How you been? It's good to see all of you here tonight. We had an incredible Sunday, Kingdom Builder, that series, and you're in for a little bit of a treat because this is part 4 to Kingdom Builder, and you had to come to first Wednesday to hear it. So, because this series it's been an amazing series for us as a church, talking about building, talking about vision, talking about purpose. But here's what I learned about building anything in our lives. It's not how you start, it's about staying the course. It's not about how you start, it's about staying the course. It's not about how you start to how you finish. And which is really important, especially when you're watching State of Origin and you're a Queensland supporter. And that's why I never send any memes out until near the end of the game, because New South Wales came back. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. It's not about starting hard, it's about staying the course. Because anyone can start strong, get a big score, big vision, clear intentions, but then life happens. It happens, and we all understand when life gets in the way, distractions happen, opportunities happen. Not just distractions, but opportunities, fatigue, people, and suddenly you're not building anything anymore. You're just responding to everything around you. And I've had moments like that, and where I started something and I knew it mattered, but I didn't finish it because I stopped too early. I'm not sure. Have you ever had those moments where you've stopped too early and you end up with those, I wish I finished that, I wish I stayed the course kind of moments? We've all got something like that. There's that one thing in your life right now. For some of you, it's a relationship, it's your marriage, it's your kids, it's your character, it's your health, or it's your faith. It's the thing that you keep putting off. Start Monday. I used to always, in terms of my diet, in terms of my exercise, I used to always eat something as, I'll start eating well on Monday. I'll start exercising on Monday. I'll start Monday. It used to be my line, I'll start Monday, until finally, for Father's Day, the kids brought me some shirts that said, start Monday. Start Monday. And I would wear those shirts proudly, start Monday, and people will ask, what does that mean, start Monday? Because that's when I'm going to start my new diet. And they all start laughing. They go, but what happens if it's Monday? Well, then I'll start the next Monday. But the problem is you keep putting it off, right? Keep putting it off. Because the thing you keep putting off, is it the reason why you're putting it off is because it's hard, uncomfortable, or costly? Not just your health, not just your exercise, but your marriage, your relationships, whatever it is for you. But deep down, if that one thing was right, a lot of other things will start to come right too. The thing that you've been putting off. If that was right, then other things will come right as well. And the problem isn't that you don't know what to do. The problem is you keep getting pulled away from it. Have you ever been there? Something happens. And let me show you this moment in Scripture. And for last first Wednesday, we spoke about Nehemiah. And during our Kingdom Builders series, we spoke about Nehemiah. And today I want to revisit Nehemiah. And Nehemiah is rebuilding the walls of Jerusalem. And this isn't just construction for Nehemiah. This is identity. This is protection. This is restoration. And the people had lived broken for years. And I wonder, some of the things in our lives have been broken for years. Not just the wars, but other things in our life. And they're living their lives in Jerusalem, broken for years, no walls, no security, no sense of who they were. And Nehemiah says, if we don't do anything else, we have to build this. We have to build this wall. If we have to do anything else, this is what we got to do. And so they start building. But every time, if you read the story of Nehemiah, fascinating passage, every time they make progress, opposition shows up. Isn't it so true in our own life? Every time we make progress, opposition shows up. Whether whether that's positive or negative, whether that's a distraction or opportunity. It just shows up in our life. And what's interesting in Nehemiah, the opposition that shows up is not just attack, it's also what you find is distraction. And this passage in Nehemiah, I love this passage because it talks about, when I read this passage, I think about our own life. I think about my own life. Nehemiah chapter 6, verse 2-3. And it says this, "Come, let us meet together," but they were scheming to harm me. So this is when you read the whole passage in context. The enemies, they wanted to stop Nehemiah from building, so they send him a letter. They say, "Hey, Nehemiah, come, let us meet together." But we keep reading the passage, but they were scheming to harm me. So I sent messengers to them saying, "I am doing a great work and I cannot come down." So he's on the ladder. He's working away with this war, and he gets this letter saying, "Hey, come, let us meet." I love this because they didn't just attack him, they invited him. Come talk, come meet, come and take a break. It doesn't sound dangerous. It sounded reasonable. Let's come and talk. But Nehemiah saw clearly, if I come down, the work stops. If I come down, the work stops. So he responds in a powerful way. I am doing a great work and I cannot come down. I am doing a great work and I cannot come down. And they asked him again and again and again and again. Same answer every time. Because he understood something. Distraction is often the enemy of destiny. Distraction is often the enemy of destiny. Distraction. Stopping you from working on your marriage. Oh, I've got to do this. I would put more effort in what I need to deal with in my marriage, but I've got to do this first. And if the enemy can't destroy what God is building, he'll try and get you to walk away from it. So what does this mean for us? It means you need to decide what is your wall. That's what you got to decide. What is your wall? What is the thing in your life right now that matters most? What matters most? Because if you don't decide, everyone else will decide for you. If you don't decide, everyone else will decide for you. Your calendar will decide. Your emotions will decide. Other people will decide. And you'll look up one day and realize you didn't lose your purpose, you just left it unfinished. So here's the question. Where do you need to say, I am doing a great work and I cannot come down? Where do you need to say that in your life? I am doing a great work and I cannot come down. Not, I'll get to it later, when things calm down, when it's easier. No, I am doing a great work and I cannot come down. For some of you, it's your family. You need to look at your life and say, well, I could chase more. I could earn more. I can do more, but this right here, my family, this is my great work. I'm putting my family first. For some of you, it's a habit. And you've managed it, you've explained it, you've hidden it, but it's still there. And this is the moment where you say, I'm not coming down until I've dealt with it. I'm not coming down until I've dealt with this habit that I need to deal with. For some of you, it's your faith. You've been circling it, keeping it distant, watching from the outside. But today is your day to say, I'm stepping in. This is my great work, my faith. I'm not just being distracted. I was going to read my Bible, but I've got to do something else. I'm just far too busy to pray. Maybe we should be saying, I'm too busy not to pray. Because this is my great work. Because here's the truth. There are things in your life, if you don't deal with them, they won't stay small. They grow, they widen, they turn into breaches in your wall. And what could have been built gets left exposed. So you've got to make a decision. I know what God is doing in my life. I know what matters most, and I'm not coming down. I'm not coming down. I'm doing a great work, and I cannot come down. Because we didn't finish the series just about buildings. We didn't just finish the series about Kingdom Builder. We stepped into a way of living. Kingdom Builder isn't a moment, it's a mindset. If we're going to build what God has called us to build personally, as a family, or as a church, then we can't keep coming down from the wall. Every day you'll have opportunities to step away. Every day something will call your attention. Every day something will say, come down. And every day you've got to respond, I am doing a great work and I cannot come down. So when it's hard, so when you're tired, so when it's inconvenient, because you have an idea what hangs in the balance of your decision to stay. Your future, your family, your faith, your impact. So we don't stop building. We don't lose focus. We don't walk away, because on this rock, we don't come down. We don't come down. I am doing a great work and I cannot come down.